How we doing, ladies and gentlemen? It's that time of year again. NFL playoffs are upon us. We're at Wild Card Weekend. Well, as of the time of recording this, it's Tuesday. Excuse me. And, well, the playoffs start on Saturday, so... Oh my god. Why am I so congested this morning? But anyways, yeah, that's the game plan. We're going to go through every round of the playoffs, who I think will win each game, and yeah, it's a basic NFL playoff predictor. So if you guys like people who predict the playoffs, this video is for you. Welcome to the NFL playoff predictor. Let's get it. As you can see, we have the full bracket right here in front of us. We have getting the bye from the NFC and the AFC. You have the Baltimore Ravens and the San Francisco 49ers. And we're going to go through these games in order of what they're happening, at least for Wild Card Weekend. I don't know what the divisional round will look like just yet, but the first game we're going to talk about in the playoffs is the Houston Texans against my Cleveland Browns in the very first game, Saturday at 4:15 Eastern, I think it is. So that should be a good one. Obviously, I'm not gonna lie to y'all, this is a pretty tough game for me because you got my favorite NFL team versus probably my favorite college football quarterback in CJ Stroud. So it does make it a little bit difficult for me, I'm not gonna lie. But when it comes down to this game, it's in Houston. When we played Houston like a couple weeks ago, actually, it was like Christmas Eve was when we played the Houston Texans. They didn't have CJ Stroud out there. But even still, even with CJ Stroud, I do think the Browns win this game. Excuse me. Yeah, I think the Browns win this game. Joe Flacco has been doing his thing for the Browns. You know, that defense has been absolutely electric this year. And I'd be surprised if the Browns don't win this game. I mean, with how good CJ Stroud and the Texans have been this year, I wouldn't be surprised if they give us some problems. Like, I don't think it's going to be a blowover like most people say it's going to be, but I do think the Browns will win that game. And then we head to Saturday night, another AFC matchup, the Dolphins versus the Chiefs. Oh, baby. Baby, baby, baby. Now that is a good game. The Dolphins and the Chiefs. Tyreek Hill heading back to Arrowhead in the playoffs, man. Just wait. When I get to these other games, man, the script writers for this year, they have absolutely killed it. The team that we traded Deshaun Watson to, or that we got Deshaun Watson from, we play in the first round of our playoffs in our first playoff appearance with Watson at the helm, technically speaking, before his season-ending injury. But let's see. Chiefs or Dolphins? I can't lie, man. The Chiefs have been poor this year, man. They've been poor. Whenever I've watched the Chiefs on primetime games or what have you, man, Mahomes is carrying, man. Their receivers can't do nothing. Travis Kelce's had his worst season in years. I think Mahomes is still Patrick Mahomes, but his receivers can't do nothing. Nobody can do nothing, but it's honestly the battle of the choke, because once the Dolphins hit December and January, that's when they just go right downhill. Like how the Buffalo Bills were able to clinch the division back, because in December, Buffalo were almost, I remember one point where Buffalo were a 6-6 team. Like, that's crazy how they were able to come clinch the division. But I remember it was actually favored for them to miss the playoffs at one point. But I don't know, man. This is a tricky one. This is a very tricky one. It's hard for me to pick one or the other in this one. But I'm leaning towards the Dolphins. So I'm going to take Miami. I mean, I think Tua is going to struggle at Arrowhead. I'm not going to lie. I think that is going to be a rough game for the quarterback. But the main reason being is I don't know what Jalen Waddle's health status is like, but I think the Dolphins getting all their players healthy, that's going to be a huge asset to them in this game. Because, I mean, they're a hell of a lot better at catching the ball than Kansas City Chiefs, and they got the guy who should be catching the ball for the Kansas City Chiefs in Tyreek Hill. So my logic is give me the Dolphins. I mean, I know the Chiefs defense has been very good this year. That's honestly been their best asset. Who would have thought the best asset in the Kansas City Chiefs would be the damn offense, or the defense rather, but I'll go Dolphins. I'm sorry, Kansas City, but I really do think the Dolphins win that game. I'm not gonna lie. Jesus, I can't stop burping. But snow game Sunday, 2 o'clock. Buffalo, Pittsburgh. I think Buffalo wins that game. I think it's going to be a run-heavy game, and I trust James Cook and Leonard Fournette more than I trust Najee Harris and Jaylen Warren. I mean, that may be a little bias in me, but that's just how I see it. So, AFC divisional round, Browns versus Bills, and Dolphins versus Ravens. And going to the NFC, kicking off at 5:30 my time, 4:30 everybody else's time, unless you're from Central or Mountain or the West Coast, Pacific. But we have Mike McCarthy taking on his former team, the Green Bay Packers, with his current Dallas Cowboys. I think that is like another great script writing matchup. Shout out to the script writers this year, man. They've done a hell of a job, but Cowboys, I think it's pretty standard. I think the Cowboys win that game. They've been really damn good at home, and Dallas has just been a really good team. That being said, Dallas has been known to choke in the playoffs, so I wouldn't be surprised if Dallas somehow find a way to lose this game. They could very easily go challenge San Francisco because they're the only team, or they're the second best team in the NFC. So say if Detroit wins, or the Bucks win, or the Eagles win, or the Rams win, they're gonna have to go to Dallas, and that's not an easy task for anybody in the NFL, especially with how good Dallas has been on their turf this year. So give me the Dallas Cowboys in that one. I think Dak and squad have been balling. I mean, just CeeDee Lamb alone is enough to win the Cowboys that game, in my opinion. Who knows what the status of Jair Alexander is, but my God, watching him over the last 3 weeks has been hilarious. Okay, Sunday night. Oh my God, I cannot wait for this game. Detroit versus the Rams. Stafford going back to Detroit for the first playoff game at Ford Field. Like, you can't write that. I know, like, it's so damn good. I started to feel this, like to realize that this is a real possibility. Like 2 or 3 weeks ago, it's like, oh my God, Stafford could be going back to Detroit, and Jared Goff is going up against the Rams. Like, oh my God, it's too damn good to be true. It's too damn good. Oh my God. Surely the Lions are going to win this game. Surely the Lions are going to win that game. Because, I mean, it's too good not to be true. I mean, Jared Goff, Amon-Ra St. Brown. Like, it's the first game at Ford Field in the playoffs in God knows how long. Like, surely the Lions are going to win that game. I could see Stafford having a hell of a game, though. I mean, the Rams have had weeks where they looked not so great. Like, they've had a lot of great young emerging superstars this year. Kyron Williams, Puka Nacua, Cooper Kupp still doing what he needs to do. Like, they've been doing their thing. They have been doing their thing, Detroit. I will say that, but oh man, that game's gonna be such a fun watch. I mean, I was talking about the Rams and I said Detroit. Oh well. But I'm going with the Lions to beat the Rams. I think that's gonna be the best game of the weekend, personally. I could see that being like a 30-27 kind of game. Like, that's gonna be a fun friggin' game. Anyways, Buccaneers Eagles is the next one on Monday night. Baby. I don't know what's going to happen in this one personally. I'm going to take... Oh, the Eagles have looked so bad in recent weeks. They've looked garbage. Like, absolute garbage. And Jalen Hurts might be hurt, too. I didn't mean to make that as bad of a pun as I was intended to. But, no pun intended, I could just say. But, yeah, because Jalen Hurts hurt that middle finger against the Giants last week of the season. But the Eagles were like 9-2 at one point, and they ended the season 11-6. So, like, dude, I'm going to have to go with the Bucs. I know they just had a crap game against Carolina, but I trust Baker Mayfield more in this situation than I trust Jalen Hurts. I really do. I know Jalen Hurts just took the Eagles to a Super Bowl, but look how bad they've been in recent weeks. And they have Matt Patricia running the defense now. You tell me who I should pick in that. You tell me. You tell me who I should be picking in that aspect. I trust Baker Mayfield throwing to Mike Evans and Chris Godwin and letting... What's that running back's name? Isn't it Rachaad White? I believe that's what his name is. Rachaad White's the Buccaneers running back. But I'm going to trust the Bucs in this situation. I think the Tampa Bay Buccaneers will take down the Philadelphia Eagles in Tampa Bay. Oh, yeah, that's right, too. Why do I keep burping, dude? Oh, my God. But I will say, the Eagles did beat the Bucs earlier in the season, but that was way earlier in the season, man. But this is a close one. This is a close one, but I do think the Buccaneers are going to win that game just because of how bad the Eagles have been in recent weeks. Like, the Eagles have dropped games to Seattle with Drew Lock, the Giants, like, Arizona. I don't see how they beat the Bucs with their current form. I just don't. I really don't see it personally. But it's football, man. Any given day on the turf. Well, after a little bit of a change of lighting, I don't look as much as a pale white ghost anymore. I don't look like I'm dying, but divisional round. Who are we gonna take here? Which game do we think would be shown first? I think the Dolphins and the Ravens would be shown first. Now, the Ravens have been undeniably the best team in football this season. But I can't forget 2019 when they were in this exact position. An underdog team coming to Baltimore after they just had 2 weeks of rest for their starters. Odell Beckham just bought them a friggin', like a, what's it called? A friggin', like a yacht too or whatever. Dude, like there's dust on my microphone, apologies, but, oh, dude. Oh my God, dude, I don't know, because there's, my gut's telling me the Dolphins are going to win that game, and I don't know why. Because my head is telling me the Ravens. My head is telling me Baltimore. Just take Baltimore. Lamar Jackson is going to prove everybody wrong. Sean Harbaugh is going to take them there. Oh, dude, I don't know. I want to take Miami, but I don't know if that's just because how much I hate the Ravens. I'm doing it. I don't care. The 6 seed's going to a conference championship. Oh, God, dude. I don't know. I don't freaking know. And I think this game would be shown on Saturday night, so we're going to hop into this game next. Lions versus Cowboys. Ooh. Let's see. Well, we all know how the last Cowboys and Lions game went at AT&T Stadium, where the Lions got that 2-point conversion and the refs reported the wrong guy ineligible, or eligible rather. So this game could definitely go either way. It's a very interesting one, but I think this game comes down to one factor alone, because we know the Lions can stop the run game. They did a great job of shutting down the Cowboys' run game when they played a couple weeks ago, right before New Year's. So it really comes down to how good can the Cowboys shut down, or can the Lions shut down CeeDee Lamb, because we know that's Dak's favorite target. And when that happens, how well are they able to shut down Brandon Cooks, Jake Ferguson? I could see the Lions going on a pretty good run these playoffs. I really can. Do I trust them to beat Dallas? They showed me they could. They did show me they could, so... And the Cowboys are known to make mistakes in the playoffs. Give me the Detroit Lions. Yep, that's right. I said it. The Detroit Lions are going to beat the Dallas Cowboys in the divisional round to advance to the conference championship. Now, okay, let the biasness rule within me. Buffalo versus Cleveland. I have a good friend of mine who's a huge Buffalo Bills fan too. So we would be at each other, mouth and friggin' tongue, screaming about this match. Oh, baby, baby, baby. Can my Browns go to Buffalo and get a win? An Ohio team beat them in a divisional round last year. Maybe. Maybe, maybe, maybe. But, dude. So here's the thing. It could be a snow game. Chances are it'll probably be a snow game. So do I trust Flacco and his arm in the snowy, cold Buffalo? He's done it with Baltimore before. He's got Baltimore to a friggin' Super Bowl. And I think Josh Allen against our defense could be a very bad sight. I really do. So, you know what? Yep. For the first time ever, my Browns are going to a conference championship. What on earth is this, bro? And that would leave our first ever game, the first ever playoff game at Cleveland Browns Stadium, if I'm not mistaken, would be at an AFC championship against the Miami Dolphins. What on earth am I witnessing? What on earth am I doing? But we gotta get through the last divisional round game. San Francisco versus Tampa Bay. That's a good one. That is a very, very good game, I must say. Well, it's not as good of a game as I think, but I think the Bucs keep it close, but going into Santa Clara is a tough task for anybody, and you've seen that when the Bucs went to Santa Clara earlier in the year. So I think the San Francisco 49ers win that game, and yeah, the San Francisco 49ers go to the conference championship. So if you would have told me that this could be the conference championship at the beginning of the year, I would have laughed in your face. Detroit versus San Fran and Cleveland versus Miami. What on earth, dude? This is absolutely insane. Could you imagine this reality? Crazy to think about. It's real. It actually is crazy to think about. Well. Conference championship round. This is intriguing. This is very intriguing. The Browns versus the Dolphins. So, I remember last year, the AFC was in the late window, and the NFC was in the early window for the conference championship. So, we're going to assume that the conference championship early window this year is the Browns versus the Dolphins. The question for me in this game would be, can our defense shut down and eliminate the explosive plays of the Dolphins offense? Because if we can get Myles Garrett, Zadarius Smith pressuring Tua, I don't think Tyreek Hill or Jalen Waddle would even see the ball. And could we shut down A-Chain as well? That would be another big one, because we've had some big mistakes in the running game this year. So I'd be worried about us shutting down someone like Devon A-Chain and how fast he can be. I think we could get Raheem Mostert, but the speed of A-Chain, man, it's a different weapon. I think we could definitely get a hold of that Dolphins defense. I don't know why, man, but there's something about this team. There's just something about it. Call me biased all you want, but I'm doing it. I'm doing it. I don't care. Call me biased all you want, but we're going to the Super Bowl. We're representing the AFC in the Super Bowl. Come on, Brownies. Come on, Cleveland. My head friggin' hurts because of how much I've had to blow my nose lately. I've been sick for like the last week now, so bear with me. Oh my god, my friggin' jaw hurts like right there, but... San Francisco versus Detroit. That's another interesting one in Santa Clara. Do I put the Lions versus the Browns just for the memes? Do I do it? It's very tempting. Like, how good of a Super Bowl would that be? Could you imagine the Lions and the Browns in the Super Bowl? My strength and conditioning coach is actually a huge Lions fan, so I would have to like put on Instagram, just be like, may the best loser win or something like that. That would be too good to be true. That would be too good to be true, but San Francisco, they're obvious. If Baltimore gets eliminated, San Francisco are the best team in football, and I think we're a close third, because with San Francisco, I mean, they got Brock Purdy, the best game manager to witness football, Deebo Samuel, the best running back in Christian McCaffrey, like, Brandon Ayuk's having a great season, their defense is electric, Fred Warner, like, Nick Bosa, like, even Trent Williams for protecting Brock Purdy, like, San Francisco are bloody good, man, but that being said, Brock Purdy hasn't taken a team to the Super Bowl, and Jared Goff has. Could Jared Goff take Amon-Ra St. Brown? Jahmyr Gibbs, David Montgomery, and the Detroit Lions to a Super Bowl? It's going to be hard, because I don't know what's the status of Sam Laporta, too. Is he done for the year? Because if Sam Laporta's done for the year, that could screw the whole Detroit team, but I will say, if you go back and watch my regular season video, San Francisco was my pick to win the Super Bowl, but for the memes, I'm doing it. I don't care. Browns win the Super Bowl. In Flacco we trust. Flacco wins Super Bowl number 2, retires. I'd have to buy a Joe Flacco jersey at that point. If he won the Browns the Super Bowl. Oh, it's got me dreaming of how good this reality would be. But like, realistically looking at it, I think we can beat the Texans. Best case scenario for me is that both Flacco and Stroud throw for like 300 yards and go for like 2 touchdowns each, but we still win the game by a touchdown, like a running touchdown by Jerome Ford, or like a direct snap to Harrison Bryant and he just like sneaks it in or whatever. I think the Bills are beatable. I really do. I think the Bills are beatable, especially with how Josh Allen can make some really risky throws, and we have the best defense in football. I think that's a winnable game. And I mean, we're used to a snow climate too. We're friggin' Ohio kids, so we're used to rough weather. And let's say even Baltimore wins that game. We beat Baltimore earlier in the season. And even if San Francisco beats Detroit, we beat San Francisco earlier in the season with PJ Walker quarterback. It's the friggin' year. I don't care. Tell me whatever you want. I do not care. The Browns are winning a goddamn Super Bowl, and there is nothing you can do about it. What am I doing with my life, man? Let's go, Browns! Yeah! Well, there you have it. That's my playoff predictions. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Do the Browns win a Super Bowl? Apparently, I think so. This video's gone so off the rails, but I don't care. The Browns are winning a Super Bowl. I believe, you should believe, and this will probably be in every prediction video, that the Browns make the playoffs, whereas they're just instantly going to the Super Bowl. False hope. Give me the hopium. We're smoking it big time. But, oh my god. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. If you're a Browns fan, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Get me involved with the Clevelanders. If we go to a Super Bowl, I will literally spend every last penny I have just to get to Vegas to watch the Browns in the Super Bowl. Oh my god, what a world that would be if the Browns played the Lions in the Super Bowl. Like, just think about that. Just think about that. Oh my dear god. But anyways, guys, until next time, I will see you. If you just watch my football content, you'll probably watch my Madden videos of the Browns throughout the playoffs. And yeah, I guess if you just watch my prediction videos, I will see you before the Super Bowl. Take care and enjoy these playoffs, guys. Until next time, peace.